Hey, welcome back, friends, family, longtime listeners to Bibbidi Bobbidi Bros. I'm Josh. This is Pierce.
Heyo.
Today we are on part 2 of our advice to first-time Disney World visitors. So we're going to get into dining. We're going to get into lightning lanes tonight. Those are both kind of extensive, so we'll keep it to that. Because especially when it gets to food and rides, Pierce and I could talk about this for like 4 weeks and talk about every single ride and every single restaurant.
Yeah.
So
Yes, definitely facts.
We'll keep it to just that and move on in the next one. So we'll start off this podcast as we normally do. What's going on in your life? Anything new? Anything good?
Nothing really has changed. Still haven't got the tree down. still dealing with that. It happens. But yeah, just plugging away. I just trying to get back to normal life now that it's getting a little bit warmer outside. I mean, we got snow today, but it's supposed to be back to like 50s next week.
Yep.
So, it'd be nice to get outside more with the kids and whatnot. So, we're just hoping for that soon. It's rough.
I really hope.
What about you?
I'm looking forward to the same. Looking out to get to play golf. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that we play in a weekly golf league indoor simulator golf. And my man here, Pierce, shot the best round I've ever seen him shoot in his life. So I feel like we need to give it a little bit of maybe a round of applause.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There it is.
There it is. There it is.
No, it was cool. It was neat. It was fun. I mean, I don't play that much golf anymore. I used to play a lot more golf when I was younger, but I don't play as much anymore. And it's nice to, put a score out there that's
it was
something
fun
to be somewhat proud of. Yeah.
I mean, shoot, you shot
It did help. It did help that you and Brad weren't playing, so I could just like power through and play really fast. So and it's all simulator. Yeah. It just I could just play really fast. I didn't have to wait. I just get up there, I got the club, I hit, and I didn't think about it. So because I overthink everything. Hence the reason why we're doing this podcast, because we overthink everything.
Yeah.
So
no doubt.
Yeah.
No
but
doubt.
yeah, it was cool. It was a lot of fun.
You were sticking your irons and making some putts. It was fun to watch. I mean, your driver was pretty good, but if anything held you back, that's what it was. If you could have straightened that out, under par round.
Yeah, the couple of holes I did not play well on were driver caused, but it happens. It was just a lot of fun. So any of those golfers out there, you understand what it feels like to just have that like one good round that like, man, that was pretty cool.
Fun.
And it was the last round of our season for our simulator season, so that was pretty cool to go out on a bang like that too.
Yeah, it was a good time. That's about all I have for my life. Oh, did get news, haven't found out the info, but my daughter got asked to play soccer up in the next league up.
Dude,
which
that's
is exciting
so cool.
for her.
I'm so
cool.
stoked for her, yeah.
She's done real well with that. So I think this weekend her and I are going to go and out of town for a tournament because they asked her to play up with the team. And we'll see how she does. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited for her. That's pretty cool. Just to get the experience anyway is good for her. And, get some time out on the pitch. It's always a good thing.
Yeah, man, I agree. I have learned to become a very big soccer fan.
Yeah.
Pierce and I used to disagree on this quite a bit because Pierce is a huge soccer fan, which is why I say very big, because I'm still not that level. But I have learned to love the game. Now, I have not gotten into the intensity of the Premier League or some of the other foreign leagues outside of the MLS, but I have gone to more soccer games in the recent years than I have any other sport. So, I'm a diehard Reds fan.
Yeah, and so the problem with baseball, which we are both huge Reds fans and baseball fans, is that it's really slow for the kids. It's not we see it as like all the strategy, and we played it when we were kids and all that, so we have like an attachment to the sport. But I can definitely see if you're not playing it, I could see it not being fun to watch because it's just slow. And I mean, nowadays it's quicker than it used to be because of the pitch clock and all that kind of stuff, but it's still slow. But soccer, you get 45 minutes, 15-minute halftime, 45 more minutes of just onslaught, and it's great. Even like the slow games can be exciting. So
if you're taking your family to an event, MLS can be a little cheaper, a little more affordable. Yeah. It doesn't mean it's gonna be cheap, a little more affordable. But what's nice about soccer is that it's just, I know in 2 hours I'm heading home. That's it. Like you can plan so much more around it. I've been to a baseball game where it went like 4 hours. Like it is like, and if you get into overtime, if you get into extra innings, you're gonna be there for a long time. But I don't know. We become big fans of soccer, and because my other daughter plays volleyball, we've been getting into that a little bit too. So different sports that I was football, baseball, basketball, like every other kid growing up. But nonetheless, we got that going on. It's gonna be a fun weekend. I'm excited for, and I don't know. I think I've railroaded this enough. So
yeah, no, you're good. I'm excited. I'm really excited for it. We talked about it yesterday some, just on like when we were at golf, and I'm really stoked for her. I think that's a cool thing for her, and she's worked hard to get there, so she deserves it.
Far more athletic than I was at that age. She's one of those kids who found a sport that fits her athleticism perfectly. Whereas,
and she's so fast too.
I often think, is there a sport out there when I was, in shape that would have fit me better than baseball? Like I always thought it maybe, lacrosse. I could have been good at lacrosse. The hand-eye coordination is similar to baseball in some ways, that I think naturally I could have picked that up and been okay at it. I don't know.
Yeah, I always thought like soccer probably would have been the sport I would have been good at if I liked it when I was a kid, but I despised it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've played soccer as an adult in leagues, and I did just fine.
Yeah, you have.
And so I feel like if I would have like actually learned how to play properly instead of, just running around, I might have been good. But then again, I think our when we were in high school, our team was really good anyway. So, who knows?
Yeah, you never know. You might have.
Wasn't like the baseball team.
Great. Or the football team.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. If you know.
Yeah. I'm not I've become less and less of a football fan in general.
I've
always liked, the NBA, but not enough to watch it on TV. I don't know. Soccer's just been fun. I guess I'll leave it at that. I'm looking forward because it's this spring. All they've had is indoor practice. So her playing up in this tournament where they start earlier and train harder over the winter. Like it's a bit of a treat because I get to finally go to a game, and it's a weekend tournament that she's playing. And we haven't been to games since end of fall. So like I'm ready for it. I'm rearing up for it. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a good weekend.
Good.
Okay. Well, with that, let's get into helping out people who are going on their trips for the first time ever, because there's a lot to it. If you're just now seeing this, check our last episode. We talked about more of like what your plan should be in terms of planning right now. And
the preliminary.
Your preliminary, like figuring out when you want to go and your budget and stuff like that. Yeah. This one, we're going to get a little more into the nitty gritty with rides, experiences, lightning lanes, and food. So hopefully we can help you out there. And then, we got a couple more parts to this, one or two more parts that are going to come that we'll talk on more on like packing and some tips there. And then, going forward, what you're going to do in your final days before your trip. So,
yep.
I'll start it off. Dining. You have two options. Mm-hmm. You can pay for all the food out of pocket like you normally would, as you go. Pay as you go with the bill. Or you can go with their dining plan. Disney's dining plan is, I don't find a lot of value in it, personally.
Right.
And we are taking this whole thing on the approach from a budget conscious, maybe not like they're doing it the cheapest, but budget conscious family of four, right? And so for me, I'm never going to advise you to get the dining plan. If you are somebody who has extra money, or that maybe this was a splurge because you had a money fall recently, or you're trying to, you're only going to do it once and you want to go all out, sure, go ahead and do it. But understand, in terms of getting your value for the money, it's not worth it. So to get your money's worth, you pretty much have to max out everything. And when you're at dinner, at sit down, or when you're at any table service sit down meal, you will need to get an alcoholic beverage and take advantage of the higher priced items on the menu.
Right.
So that's why I say if you're trying to get the bang for your buck, that's not the route to go.
Yeah. So real quick, I just wanted to go over the dining plans as the two options they offer right now. So first off, we'll just do the big dining plan to start with. It's the Disney dining plan. You get one table service meal per night of stay, one quick service meal per night of stay, and then one snack / non-alcoholic drink per night of stay. And then you get the resort refillable drink mug, which I highly suggest if you guys are soda drinkers or you like to have coffee in the morning or and take the cup with you and that kind of stuff, or if you like they have the blue Powerade at most resorts. So that's the first dining plan option. The other is the quick service dining plan, which has two quick service meals per night of stay, one snack / non-alcoholic beverage per night of stay, and then one refillable drink mug. So the prices, it looks like they're about $94 or so for the dining plan per person, per adult, I should say. And then
per day.
I'm sorry?
$97 is that per day?
Yeah, per $94.28 per adult per day. And children are $29.69 per child. And a child, once again, is between the ages of 3 and 9. And that would be per day, the 26 or $29.69. And then for the quick service plan, it's $57.01 per adult per day. And for children, it's $23.83 per child per day. So there's not a big difference in price for kids between those two options. I mean, it's $30 to $24, so it's not big. But for the adults, it's a big jump. It goes from 57 for the quick service to 95 for the full dining plan. So
for a family of 4, you're looking at $100, $260 a day for the top one, and the other one would be, I don't know, 160, somewhere around there.
Yeah, 160-ish. Yeah. And I think something to keep in mind for these is, and we'll get to this when we talk about our dining here in a minute, but our dining options, our preferred locations to eat. We don't do a table service meal every day.
No.
We might do a couple per trip, but we don't do it every day because we look at it as almost a waste of time. And there's lots of quick service and snack options that, they might not be just as good as the table service food, but it serves the purpose and it's really good. And we enjoy stopping at those places. So, and it doesn't take as long. You can get in and out really quick and be on to the next show or, attraction.
Yeah.
So we do usually do a quick service every day, except at Epcot. So the other option, the Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom, and Hollywood Studios, we usually do a quick service at some point, just because you usually want like a somewhat of a filling meal, usually in the middle of the day.
Yeah, I will say also, I think something to consider as well is if you're someone who likes to have an alcoholic beverage at dinner every night, and if you're going to try to do a character meal every single night, then you might find value in the dining plan because the character meals are more expensive. They are sit-down meals. And if you like to have alcoholic beverage, maybe you will break even. But, so that's something to consider. I was sitting here thinking, like, what sit-down meals do we do? And you're right. We don't do a lot either, but we do if we're doing a character meal. So
also keep in mind, some of those character meals count as 2 dining credits.
That is true too. So you got to think it gets so complicated. There's so many options. This just makes it more difficult. I just think it's a little overdone.
But like Cinderella's Royal Table, I think is a 2
It is because that's a premier spot. Yeah.
Yeah, and like you just said, I think it makes it more complicated, and I feel like it takes even more of the value away from the plan instead of just paying outright for it.
I agree.
I'm sure there's a break even and a savings point, but I think it's very narrow. It's like what you were talking about with you have to get alcohol, and you basically have to get the most expensive thing, most expensive entree on the menu each night.
Yeah.
Which I don't always want steak, and that's usually what the most expensive one is.
Sure. Now, if you're someone who has money and you're not worried about it, it is nice peace of mind to not have to think about. I mean, once it's paid for, it's paid for.
Yep, you just zap that band and
takes a credit away, and you're good. I would argue that when I had the dining plan, the trip was more enjoyable. So I'm kind of contradicting myself here, but when I had the dining plan, I was like, I didn't think about it. That one place, we've said this before, the one place you get in trouble is if you start thinking about what you're spending on things and not liking it, right? Like, and you get
right.
But when the dining plan's paid for ahead of time, you go in there and you're like, I'm gonna have a beer, I'm gonna have a mixed drink. I don't have to worry about it being $20, $25, whatever. That's probably expensive, but 15.
Or you've already paid for it. So even if I just get the roast chicken and a soda, it's already been paid for, so it really doesn't matter.
It's whatever. Yeah.
Like it does matter because you're not getting the value. You could have just paid outright for that and it'd been cheaper, but at that point you've already paid for it, so it doesn't matter.
So there's nothing you can do about it anyways.
Right.
And I'd also say if you're someone who loves to take snacks home, I always end up with extra snack credits. Like, it's almost impossible for me to eat the amount of food in a day as what you're given, because I'm going to be uncomfortable at that point. So at the end of the week, we have a bunch of snack credits because that's usually what we spend the least of. And we hit up the confectionery or wherever and just grab things of candy and Rice Krispie treats and stuff like that. So, something to consider there too. I mean, I brought my wife home like 10 Rice Krispies last time. So if you're somebody who does something like that, you might find ways to find value, but overall it's very hard to consume what you're given.
Right. And it used to be you got 2 snacks
did they
years
change
ago.
It? So yeah,
now it's just one. Yeah, now it's just one.
That's good info. So that might not hold as true.
That stinks because I'm pretty sure the price stayed the same and they just gave you one less snack. But another thing is with the dining plan that people don't always take into account. So if you like to eat breakfast in the morning, you can use your quick service for the breakfast. So a lot of times you'll get like that. It's the Mickey waffle breakfast or whatever in the morning at your resort.
Yep.
You can still do that and use your quick service option for that. Yeah. So it's not like you're just like, oh man, I just ate lunch at a quick service and now I'm eating at a table meal. You can spread it out through the day. So you eat your quick service for breakfast.
Yes.
You do whatever you want, snacks or whatever you want for lunch. And then you have like an early table dinner or table service meal. And that is a good way, in my opinion, of using it, because then if you do the early table service meal, you can still see the fireworks. If there's a party parade or something like that late in the evening,
that's true.
You can get all that, any of the nighttime shows, or you can still hit the rides when it starts getting cooler, all that kind of stuff. So I think people don't think about that as the quick service is an option for breakfast. So keep that in mind if you go that route. Because that's what Gwen and I did years ago, is we used our quick service for breakfast every day.
Yeah. Have you ever used table service for breakfast?
I've done table service meals for breakfast, but I didn't use the dining plan. We only used the dining plan one time, and we didn't use any breakfasts for the table service. But I would definitely be down. I mean, there's definitely some good table service options for breakfast.
Yeah, we went to the Princess meet and greet in Norway. And
the Akers House or
Akershus
or whatever, however you say it.
Yeah.
I'm not Norwegian, so I don't know.
No, right. Yeah, we used it for that, and that was nice. I got a ton of food there. That was enjoyable and a great character meet and greet. I always tell people to give it a go. I really loved it. So,
but like Ohana has a really good breakfast, right?
Correct.
At the Polynesian, they have a really good breakfast, and we like the Crystal Palace. Not Crystal Palace, no. Crystal Palace, yeah, at Magic Kingdom with Pooh and friends, yeah. I always mix that up with Coral Reef at Epcot.
I've never had Coral Reef, but I don't do seafood.
Coral Reef's cool because there's a big aquarium right next to where you're sitting, but it's not Disney, so I wouldn't advise it. I'm sure there's better places to go. I've eaten there a few times because the first time I went there, I thought it was awesome. And then the second time I went there, I was like, and then the third time I was like, never again.
It went downhill quick.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Yeah.
And also, like, that's another thing. So, like, this is kind of off subject, but kind of on subject because it pertains to food. But the food has changed over the years. So I went to the Coral Reef back in like 2014.
Okay.
And they offered these great desserts. It was like a turtle, and it was like a turtle-shaped type thing where it was caramel, and it was delicious. So then I went back and for my honeymoon in 2016, and it was completely different. And I was like, what is this dessert? This is not what I wanted. The last one had like sugar fins and all this other stuff. It was really cool. Then we go and I order the turtle, and it's just like a regular turtle, like sundae or whatever. I was like, oh.
Just disappointment. I can just see you sitting there when it comes out. That's why I'm cracking up. You're like, man, what the hell?
Yeah, I actually looked at it. I was like, oh, because I had talked it up so much to Gwen, and then it came out, and I was like, and I had sent her pictures of it like back in 2014 because she was actually watching my dog when I was there with my family. So I sent her like pictures, like, this is freaking awesome. Look, check this out.
She got her all hyped we up went and it
came out and it was just like, yep, it's a dessert.
Okay.
Well. Yeah, it is what it is.
What it is, is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, and of course, trying to get back on track. You can obviously not do the dining plan, which would be our choice. Save a lot of money that way.
Also, can I just throw this out there about the dining plan that people don't think about too? Is my wife and I, we share a lot of food. So we don't, like, we might go to a quick service meal or a quick service place and get a quick service meal and then get like an extra side. So we eat like half a hamburger or whatever. And then she gets like sweet potato fries and I get like potato barrels or something like that. Or, so we get a little bit, but then so we can still snack later. We can still get our spring rolls or we can still get our waffle or whatever we want. So we do that. Plus, another thought is for the kids, if you have kids that are between the ages of 3 and 9, so they would be a lot of times they're not going to eat that. Like they'll take 2 bites of their macaroni and cheese and be like, I'm out. So we since we have 2 that are that age, we would just get 1 meal and have them split it because they're not going to eat it all anyway.
Yeah. Also, sometimes those kids meals are enough for an adult. So,
right.
I mean, I know plenty of adults who order off the kids menus, and Disney lets you do it, even though you're not, or technically, I guess, supposed to. But
they frown upon it. But other than that,
and nobody really frowns at Disney, so don't worry about it. It's whatever.
Oh no, we saw a lady frown one time.
Who, me and you?
Smuggler's Run.
Yeah, she was. Maybe she was having a bad day. I don't know.
She was a cast member that was an angry elf.
She was. She was just made sure to let us know she was going out of her way for us.
Yeah. Because the line was so long. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah. Bringing up those sad times now.
I just spitting facts. So back to the quick service. I agree. We both are not quick. We're not dining plan plans. People.
Yeah.
If like you were talking about that they were giving away the free dining plan. I mean, obviously, I would be like, yeah, sure, I'll take it. I'm not going to say no to it. Yeah, and I would enjoy it.
It would save you money. At that point, if you're getting it included, it's basically giving you your food for free. Because I ate off that dining plan and was plenty full the whole trip. So,
and just think how many more souvenirs my wife could buy.
Maybe not, but all those pins. All those pins.
I mean, I throw shade at her, but I'm the one that was like, I'll take 5 Spirit jerseys when I
listen.
Disney.
I'll never forget when you texted me on our last trip before you knew I was coming, and you're like, I've never spent this much money at a holiday party. And I was
like, swipe.
You're over here. I'm like, oh, this is a bad path. You start thinking that way. And then you told me what you spent. And I was like, oh,
take it with you, you know? That's the way I look at it.
That's true. I was just like, I was shocked. I was like, that's even that's a lot for me. And you're a little more money conscious than I am. So
yeah, it was, you know.
Oh, well.
It is what it is.
You only live once, man. Yeah, you only live once. You got to do it. Plus, do you regret it? No, not at all.
No. Now, the only thing I regret about my purchases is that I bought like 4 Christmas Spirit jerseys, and then we got back from that trip, and I think I only wore each one of them like once or maybe twice in that like month span. And I regret that I didn't wear them more. Now I get to wear them more next year, but as soon as like
you're saying, yeah.
As soon as the new year came around, I packed all those things away and got out my ordinary time.
Be like me, wear it in July. Just wear that Christmas.
I have so many. I have like I mean,
it's privilege.
It's a privilege. It's a sickness. I've got like 15 or 20 other ones. So
stand up.
This one. I got this one right here.
Sweet. Yeah.
Check that out.
Thing's so good.
Yeah, it's so sweet.
My wife didn't hook me up
Everest.
With that. Me too.
I love Everest. As we've discussed before. So, I mean, that's one of the pens I collect is the Yeti pens. So
yeah, those are cool. So my favorite.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, let's get into the nitty gritty of the food. Let's start with. We'll try to run through this somewhat quick. Let's start with Magic Kingdom. Give me an option that you like for quick service and table service.
So, none. I don't go to any of them. Not really. We've gone to Pecos Bills in the past, but they changed that restaurant. I get snacks. I know that's crazy, but I get I love the waffle, the berry waffle at what's it like Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah.
Freaking amazing. I love the Gaston's. I feel like everything's good at Gaston's Pub or Gaston's Pub. I mean, you can get the LeFou brew as a drink. Whatever. And then the Friar Tuck's.
Mm-hmm.
They have the potato barrels that are so good there. I don't really go. We went to Cosmic Rays before, but it's just like hamburgers and chicken nuggets. We more went there for the girls. Yeah. So I don't really think there's anything. I like Crystal Palace for breakfast. That was a really good experience getting to see, Pooh and friends and all that. So I would do that again. I can't think of anywhere else I'm like dying to go.
So I don't know enough about it. I know table service for me, my first thought was, like you, Crystal Palace. I think that's a great option for kids. Family of 4, I think that's good if you like Winnie the Pooh and friends. And honestly, you named the 2 things that I would think of. The only other thing I would throw in, you said Gaston's and Sleepy Hollow. Those are my 2 favorite like snack spots. But I'm going to hit up the spring cart roll for sure. And
I was going to say, that's not your 2 there. You're going to get the spring rolls,
Like I'm going to hit that up a lot. And the Dole Whip. Between those 4 places, there's more than enough to be full
and
for
also,
the whole day.
Also, in Frontierland, you have the beignets. You can get beignets there. They're not as good. They're not as good as at Port Orleans, French Quarter, at Scat Cats, which are phenomenal. They're way better, but they're good. So we usually get them anyway, even though we know they're not as good as Scat Cats.
It's still good.
But we've walked around there and got plenty of food. We've eaten pretty much everywhere there.
Eat good at Magic Kingdom, yeah. I mean, there's Casey's Corner over there, which is quick service, I guess. Maybe that would be.
I literally had my first hot dog from Casey's Corner this last trip because my kid wanted a hot dog. She saw the hot dog and said, "I don't want that." So then I had a hot dog.
Yeah, fair enough. What's Beacon Barrel? Can you get food there? Is that?
I think it's just alcohol.
That's what I didn't know.
I haven't been there. So we had a reservation to go there on our last trip, on our family trip that we went in November, and we missed it. We completely forgot about it that day. And I was looking forward to it so much, but we were doing other stuff and I didn't think about it. And Gwen didn't think about it either, and we missed it.
This is an interesting topic. I wonder how many people have missed reservations, because I think there's probably a lot, but I think there's also people who are like, I fought for those reservations getting up early. And I would never miss anything. I bet it's a mixed crowd.
I just don't know how we missed it. Like, it just, and I've been looking forward to it so much, and I'm kind of like jealous that our wives went there this last.
That was the one thing I was jealous about. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, man, I can't wait to do that, and get to experience that. So, and Gwen and I are going to go in December. We've talked about that. We're going to go for our anniversary, and that's one of the things that I said was like, we are going to Beacon Barrel. So
no doubt,
I'll definitely be able to report back once that happens. But yeah,
I have purposely
I don't think there's any other places.
I've personally been avoiding news about Beacon Barrel, because when I walk in there, I want to be just surprised.
Yeah.
So that's why I can't speak on it too much. I mean, eventually, by the time I finally do get there, I'll probably know all about it. It's hard to avoid everything. But
it's like Oga's Cantina. Like, I tried to put off as long as I could, but then I finally saw pictures of it, and I was like, son of a gun, I can't wait to go there. And it's awesome. That is definitely when we get there, I'll talk about that. But
yeah, okay. But yeah, other than that, I think that would be my same take. So wild that we're so in agreement there, because we tend to differ. But yeah, let's move on to, I think, the next hardest one to decide on would probably be Epcot. Epcot's got a ton of great options. I mean, if I had to pick one, I always do table service at Via Napoli. I love the wood fire pizzas. It is the one table service restaurant that I get a reservation for every time I go. So I guess that's a pretty high, a high take for me. Like, it's giving a lot of credit there. But I don't know if there's a quick service place, because once again, the snacks around the world are so good that I don't know if there's anywhere that I got excited for in terms of quick service.
I can't even think of any. Is there any quick services around the showcase?
I don't think so. It doesn't work. They don't do it like that. But I was thinking I would just stick with table service and snacks. Quick service isn't a big hit for me. It feels a lot of it. Now some are okay. There's the bakery in France, which is, I guess, probably considered quick service, which is pretty good. But a lot of quick service locations at Disney World are more just like your standard theme park food. It's just cafeteria felt like, food. So I don't know. That's my take. When I think of those places, it's the chicken nuggets. It's the pizza's a pizza, stuff like that. But, so I tend to snack and do table service a lot more, I guess.
Yeah. And thinking about it, like, I don't even think the bakery in France is a quick service.
It's probably
it wouldn't count as it's going to be snacks.
Yeah. So, I think too.
But I'll say this: if I'm going to you know me, I like to be on the Skyliner because I'm bouge. But
we know
if I'm going to be bouge and be on the Skyliner, I'm going to enter Epcot through the French Pavilion. I'm going to go to France first. So if I can, and we're not if we're rope dropping, that's a different thing. But if I can, I'm going to try to go get a baguette from France right off the bat. I freaking love their baguettes. They're one of the best deals at Disney. It's like $5 for a huge baguette. So that's awesome. But if I just eat around the world, I mean, there's so many different snacks that I want to eat when I'm walking around there. And, depending on what kind of festivals going on also decides what snacks I'm having and what drinks I might have as I'm going around. I don't think outside of sitting with you at the pizza place, I don't think I've done table service before there.
I think a lot of people would argue that it might be the best place for table service, though, because the restaurants, if you were to go to them, like the restaurant in France and the restaurant,
we have Le Cellier, and
I mean, there are some really good restaurants. We're just value-based people, you and I, and we can find plenty of food,
and also time-based.
Yes.
Because we value our time. So you're sitting down for an hour for a meal. That's a lot of time at Epcot to be giving up.
I know that if I was an annual pass holder and I lived in Florida, I would try every one of those restaurants, because then the time doesn't matter. You can come back anytime. But
Right.
we tend to like to maximize our time, like you guys. So that's kind of my take
and then,
on.
And then a couple other things at Epcot I just want to say that are worth stopping for is school bread. We've talked about it before.
That's good.
I really like that in Norway. And then if you can get a margarita in Mexico, that's a great choice if it's not too long of a line. And then the Rose and Crown has good drinks too. So if you're looking for drinks, they have it's nice bar there as good options. And then France has wine that my wife really liked.
And killer dessert.
And I'm assuming Italy does too. I don't know.
Yeah, the ice cream place or the
Le Glacier.
that's a killer place to go. That's
I forgot about it. You got to get the brioche bun ice cream sandwich, and they do run out of brioche buns, as I found out, which I did not think that would happen.
Yeah,
every night. So make sure you get that if you can.
Just get it during the day.
Highly advise. Yeah, I'd highly advise getting the brioche bun.
And then there's the
so good.
The caramel. How do you say it? The caramel couche? Couche?
No, I don't think you pronounce the E.
No, I think it's couche. The caramel couche?
Yeah.
That sounds more German.
Well, it's kirsch, but yeah, that's close enough.
Say it again.
Kirsch.
Kirsch.
I'm probably saying it wrong. I'm not.
Why do you hop up when you do kirsch?
Kirsch. Hello.
The caramel kirsch. I love that place. Hidden gem in Germany. Some people just walk right past it, but it's Werther's.
It doesn't
caramel.
look like much from the outside.
It doesn't.
You're right.
No, it's Werther's caramel and a lot of chocolate. You can get caramel popcorn, but a lot of it's chocolate stuff on top of caramel. And I am a diehard for caramel, so I hit that place up hard every time.
I am too. I'm not a big chocolate fan, but they also have like pumpkin stuff in there, and they have cinnamon cookies and all this other. They have a lot of options, and you just go down the row and you tell them what you want. And
yeah, one of my favorites. Okay, let's do Animal Kingdom.
Okay.
So this is where I veer off from my normal. I don't like a lot of foods that other people like. So I'm a very
non-American food.
I'm a very, very picky eater. And that's not true. Mexican's my favorite food. So and I've totally
American
flipped
Mexican,
on that.
Though. Like American Mexican.
No, I order from the local Mexican place. Those are real Mexican people making great food. It's authentic. I will go toe to toe with you on Mexican any day of the week. Anyways, that was such a dumb combo. Anyways, I tend to not like the African cuisine and the Asian cuisine. So those are the heavy hitters for most people who go to Animal Kingdom. That's what people who are foodies get excited for the most. So I don't think I'm a good judge of character for the food options. I tend to go quick service and get American food, and then I can't even think of a snack place that I'm like, yeah, I got to go there. That's terrible.
So, snacks are. I think snacks are harder to find at Animal Kingdom. There's a lot of quick service options. There's when you first walk in, there's a few options that my wife and I really don't ever go to because we usually do the African and Asian cuisines in the back of the park. But we also go to Pandora and do the whatever that place is, Santuli Catine or whatever it's called in Pandora, because we like the food that they have there. But we usually get that, and that's a quick service.
Yep.
And then they have really good frozen drinks in the back and Africa area, and that's fun.
There's a bar when you're, I don't know what kind of, is it an African bar? I don't know what kind of bar it is, but when you're going back towards, I think Pandora, before you get all the way back to Pandora, there is a bar there that is like a great place to sit and have a drink. So.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever been there before.
Yeah. When my brother and I go, we move a little slower, and he wanted to sit down and have a drink, and I've done that with Steph too, just in the middle of the day, because Animal Kingdom tends to be the one where if I have extra time, it's there, and so that was one of the things we did. I can't remember the name. I'll try to look it up, but yeah, good spot, good little spot, but none of that's not really quick service. Obviously, it's just a place to get drinks. So
yeah, and like I said, the snack options are not great there. I remember I think I just ate popcorn and did a couple quick service meals the last couple of times we've been there. So
yeah, not really me. Not really me either. I can't really think of any kind of real major snack that I would want that's iconic to there. Maybe I'm just not thinking of something, but off the top of my head, I can't come up with anything.
So as we always say, put it in the comments if there's something that you guys are like, hey, you forgot about this and this is amazing. Let us know, or tell us someplace we should check out, because I eat all kind of food. I am not picky. So
that is true.
Shoot, hit me up with some options.
Yep. So what do we got left?
Hollywood
Studios.
So let me just say, I'll start off with Hollywood Studios, and I'll just say, like, I love doing the cuisine and the Star Wars area. Yep. So if you're going to the Black Spire Outpost and doing all that stuff, I think Docking Bay 7's fun. I think the Roto Wrapper, or whatever it's called, Ronto Wraps, that's what it is. Ronto Wraps are delicious. Yep. They have Oga's Cantina, which is awesome too. And they did a really good job of theming those places. So I think those are all great spots. Ronto Wraps are snacks, I believe.
Yep.
And then Docking Bay 7 is a quick service meal. And they have really good food, like really good food, from my opinion anyway. I enjoy that place. So that is what I like to go to, along with, Woody's or Andy's Lunchbox is fine. The problem with Andy's Lunchbox is the seating's terrible there. There's just never enough seating for the amount of people. So then you're like, it's like you're standing at Costco waiting for somebody to get up so you can sit down. That's what it feels like when I go there. So I don't really like going there as much. My biggest complaint about Hollywood Studios, though, is that, like, I don't remember, is it Sunset Boulevard or whatever? So when you go down the main path, you take a right to go to Tower of Terror.
Yep.
There's nothing good down there. Like,
down the whole Hollywood Boulevard,
you like.
Down the whole Hollywood Boulevard?
Is that row.
But down
like
the
walking to
whole street?
Phantasmic and all that. Yeah, I don't like any of that stuff. Like, there's American food, and that's fine. But I'm not going to Disney to just eat hot dogs and hamburgers. So
I'm trying to think. I thought there was stuff on the left-hand side as you walk down Hollywood Boulevard.
That's what it is. I think it's like hot dogs and hamburgers and like chicken sandwiches and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that is I would argue, I don't know if I'd argue, but I think my opinion is that Hollywood Studios, for the average person, is probably their least favorite park to eat. Would I be wrong in saying that?
I mean, I think Animal Kingdom is probably my least favorite park to eat.
Okay, so maybe
I don't know if I would agree with you, but maybe you're right. I don't know. I do think that the creation of Black Spire Outpost, Batuu, whatever you want to call it, has really enhanced Hollywood Studios above. If before that, I would agree with that, but with those new options there, I think it's better than Animal Kingdom.
That's fair. I was trying to think. One thing we didn't mention about Animal Kingdom, I think it was Nomad's Lounge is what I was talking about. So if you ever get a chance, check out Nomad's Lounge.
Yeah. Tusker House was really cool.
Really cool character meet and greet. If you want to do one of those
it's
meals.
A buffet, right?
It is.
Tusker House is a buffet. Yeah.
So
we did that years ago, and it was a lot of fun. I didn't think the food was amazing for what I wanted, but I remember my brother who went a few years back. His family loved it. The food and everything. Yeah. So, it's to each their own, obviously. But it was really cool seeing all the characters in their safari clothes and whatnot.
Yeah. I'll be honest, that's what I went there for more too. So
I mean, that's what I'd go there for too.
Back to Hollywood Studios. One place you didn't mention that I like, I think it's because I have fond memories with my mom and my dad, is 50s Primetime Diner.
Yeah.
It's one of those places where they pick on you while you eat, and they kind of like, they're sassy and make a big deal out of making sure you clean your plate and stuff like that. When I was 13 and I thought I was like cool, I was so embarrassed by this place. My mom had an asthma attack from laughing at the embarrassment. Back then I used to get real embarrassed, like a lot of normal teens. Dude, she thought it was the funniest thing. So I'm a little soft to 50s. I enjoy the atmosphere. My dad, if you knew anything about him, would have probably ate at 50s every night of the week just for the entertainment and the arguing with the waitress. So he was a big fan of it too. He thought it was hilarious. So
I'll say I would be the one that would ask them not to do it. Because you have that option when you go there. You can just tell your server, hey, I don't really want to play along. I just want to enjoy my meal. And they'll just be a regular wait staff. They won't give you the business. They won't make fun of you for drinking too much soda or whatever.
Yeah.
They'll just...
You're not a fan,
treat you like... No, I don't like that.
I like that.
If I'm being honest. It's not for me. I understand like other people like it, but it's just not for me.
Have you ate there before?
Yeah, a few times.
Did they give you the service, or did you ask them not to?
The first time we got the service because I didn't know what it was.
Yeah,
and I didn't appreciate it.
You were uncomfortable, huh? You know what?
It was uncomfortable. And then, like, what do you say? Like, shut up, lady. Like, don't give me the business. Like, why are you bugging me? I'm just trying to. Like, I've just overeaten, and you're telling me I need to eat more. Like, you know, I just didn't care for it. But I know lots of other people.
You know,
it's like that restaurant. It's like that restaurant Dick's Last Resort.
Yeah,
where you go in there and they make fun of you the whole time. No. But it's the same idea that like I'm not going there to get teased. I want to go to eat. So I don't enjoy that stuff as much.
Inadvertently, I feel like we have given a great dad tip there. Then, if you do want to eat there for the 50s style, and they have great milkshakes, and for some of that home cooked meal type.
They have meatloaf and, they have
fried chicken.
And,
supposed to be one of the better fried chickens on property. Then you can ask them not to give the entertainment.
And they're very good. They're very good wait staff. They're very pleasant and polite, and just like any other Disney place. When Gwen and I went, they didn't do that I recall. And it was a better experience for us because we both don't really like that. But like I said, if you want to play the game and play along, and I can definitely see you really enjoying that because that's more your personality.
My dad loved that. When I was younger, we were like you and hated it and would have loved to know the option of asking them not to play around. But my mom thought it was hilarious in a lighthearted way. It really wasn't that bad. It wasn't like it traumatized me, but I was just like, I'm not eating the vegetables. And she goes, eat your vegetables. I'm like, I'm not going to eat my. She goes, children in these days, or she said something. And so my mom thought that was absolutely hilarious. But, you know, I enjoy the memory now. I do think there are a lot of people who could enjoy that restaurant if they could not be treated that way, but get to maybe listen in on other people having a good time with it and laugh about some of the stuff that's being said without it being in their face about them. So
Oh, and I just thought about it. Another restaurant is the Sci-Fi Diner.
Sci-Fi Diner is sweet. There's only one problem.
Gwen loves Sci-Fi Diner. She has great memories of Sci-Fi Diner. I think my problem is the same as your. I actually have a couple of conniptions about Sci-Fi Diner, but why don't you say what your problem with it is?
Yeah, if you want to view the whole idea of a Sci-Fi Diner is that it's a dine-in movie theater. And
it's like a drive-in.
Drive-in. Thank you. Yep.
Yeah.
A drive-in movie theater where they have screens of like old clips. The idea is that you're sitting there watching these sci-fi movies while you're eating your dinner, which is kind of cool. But if you have 4 people, remind me, how are the seats in that? Are you facing each other? Or are you not?
No, you're not.
That's what it is. Yeah. See the back because you weren't faced, but it's not. There's only two people in a seat. And it's more like you're riding in a car. So you're not facing each other, and you can't have those conversations.
Right.
Because
and now they do have picnic tables in the back that you can request and you can just sit. But I don't want to sit at a picnic table either.
Not at all. So, not while I'm table servicing, like full service expensive meal. I don't want to sit at a picnic table typically. I do think it's fun to do at least once. The theming is really cool. I do enjoy the theming a ton. I just don't know. I'd probably go there for lunch and go somewhere else for dinner.
I'm fine. I kind of disagree with you there on that because there aren't a lot of great sit-down places at Hollywood Studio. Well, there are better ones that I've never eaten at that I have no ambition to, like Hollywood and Vine and those kind of the Brown Derbies there too. So there's other places. I shouldn't say I don't have any ambition. There just haven't been places we went to yet. So I shouldn't say that, but I would say it's a fun place to take kids. So if a kid goes there for dinner, I think they're going to really like it. If they're okay with like B-list sci-fi movies. I think one of the other complaints I have about it though is the actual the loop of the sci-fi movies isn't long enough. So there's been times where we went there and we were waiting and we were watching before we got seated. We were waiting. And then by the time we were eating our meal and finishing our meal, some of the same movies were coming up again.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, dude, you should have made it like an hour and a half. So you never, repeat. That was my only thing. And I know that probably seems small, but it's just one thing I noted that could be
that's cool.
Improved.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to think quick service. For me, I don't know. What was the name of the place in Toy Story Land?
Andy's Lunchbox.
Andy's Lunchbox, pretty good. I have had the Pop-Tart. It's pretty good.
There's the place over by the Indiana Jones. I can't remember what it's called, that place. But they just sell like hamburgers and chicken sandwiches, that kind of stuff. Yep. But it's a great place to just sit down. Usually you can find a seat.
A lot of seating.
So it's a good, so you can sit down and I think we go there every time. Like this last time we all went to Roundup Rodeo.
Yeah.
And I felt terrible the rest of the day. Yeah. So
I do love Roundup Rodeo though.
Yes. Roundup Rodeo's
it's fun. Good. Best theming you can get. I swear. Yeah. It's so good.
But we went to that other place. I can't think of it. It's like backlot something. Backlot Cafe or something. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But we went there and we just got a cookie and sat down to get some rest because there's plenty of chairs. It's air conditioned. It's quiet. Yeah. So we went back there, and so that's another option. But like you said, or like we were talking about, Roundup Rodeo is my place to go for a sit down. If I'm going to do a sit down and get the full theming, we've talked about it in previous pods. I love that place. I'm probably not going to go there for a while because I've eaten there a lot recently and paid the price for it. But it's still a cool place, and the food's good, and it's a fun experience. So anybody really that's going to Hollywood Studios and that's not a vegetarian, you should check out Roundup Rodeo.
I agree. So I guess both of my places are back there in Toy Story Land where I'd probably pick to go. So, okay, to finish it up here on food, we are going to have to get to rides in another.
Rides will be next time, next week. Yeah, no big deal.
We knew
from the beginning that we love food, so it's going to happen.
Give me 3 places outside of the parks that you would eat, that you would suggest. I know there's so many between resorts and Disney Springs, but give me 3.
So, okay, I'll give you 4. Okay. So first off, breakfast, I'm eating at a quick service, and I'm going to the Riviera, and I'm eating at Piatto Primero or whatever, Primero Piatto or whatever, because they have a really good breakfast, like a French-inspired breakfast, really good, quick service, so you can start your day off. Snack, I'm going to Port Orleans, like we talked about before. I'm going to Scat Cats, and I'm getting beignets. It's so freaking good. If I'm going to Disney Springs for lunch, I'm going to go to Deluxe Burger. I just have never been disappointed by that place. It's a good burger. I love their fries. Yeah, I just don't. It's exactly what I want it to be, and you're not gonna. I just feel like you're not gonna be disappointed by the options. It's a little more expensive for a lunch because it's at Disney Springs, but I'm happy with that. And then for dinner, I mean, there's so many options. I mean, my always go to, because it's near and dear to my heart, and it won't be a place you'll choose, is Boma at Animal Kingdom Lodge for dinner. It's a African inspired cuisine. It's a buffet. My wife and I go there every time. It's where we went for on our honeymoon. It was like they brought out like champagne for us for, like they comped us champagne because it was our honeymoon and everything. So it just like holds near and dear to us. And I understand it's probably not a place for everybody, but that is definitely a place that we're already talking about our December trip on how we're going to fit Boma in.
Boma is the one that has the buffet in the morning, correct?
Yes.
Boma
I've never had the buffet.
Boma is
the morning
actually
buffet, I should say.
My pick for breakfast. I've ate a lot of places, so I'm actually kind of disagreeing, but kind of not. They have like a Jamba Juice or something that's like they make their own juice that is killer. The buffet is cool. You're seeing them cut the meat right there. At the buffet, which is awesome. Had plenty of food that I liked. Felt like a fun experience, different than just a normal buffet. And I really did love it. Snacks, I'm going to throw out Gideon's cookies. I would go there.
That's a good one too. I stick with my Scat Cats, but that is a quality choice.
Sure, yeah. I would go to Gideon's. It's at Disney Springs. They have cake, coffee, and they're famous for their giant cookies of different flavors. We get them. Each one of us gets one in my family, and we share it, and it lasts us at least half a week to a week because they are very filling. So,
yes,
check out that. That's a great place. So that's my snack pick. Lunch. I'm trying to think.
I figured you'd pick a pizza place.
No, I don't think so. I don't know if there's a pizza place that I've been to that I love. I really do love Deluxe Burger. I hate to say that. To be fair, every meal, if I'm giving you suggestions, my favorite places are sit downs. But I would probably say Deluxe Burger. It's a good spot to sit. It's chill. It works for everybody. I guess that's the whole thing. Like there's food there that almost everyone in your family will eat. I'm sure there will be other people who think there are far better picks, right? They're going to want, like maybe they hit up Raglan Road or they go something entirely different type thing. But for everybody and for the simplicity and what I would want to spend on lunch, I think Deluxe Burger is a really good choice. Going on to dinner, I think some people think this might be lame, but what I keep coming back to off the top of my head is T-Rex. My family eats at T-Rex nearly once a trip. We love the atmosphere. It's a rainforest cafe, but with dinosaurs. It's really no different. But they have and maybe this is nostalgia. Once again, we went when I was a kid, and I thought it was cool. So. It's kind of one of those tradition things, but I love like the lava cake that you get. It's like a volcano. It's cool. It smokes. It's just a cool vibe.
I thought you were going to go for the Yachtsman.
That's the entire different vibe. So this is not family of four budget friendly.
That's true. You're very right. You're very right.
If you have money to spend, I haven't found a better restaurant than the Yachtsman. I don't think I've ever had a better steak than the Yachtsman. And look at me. I'm a dude who likes steak. So I'm telling you, I've had a lot of experience with it. And that steak was phenomenal. So I'm not saying it's the best out there. It's just the best that I've had. So, yeah, if you're not budget conscious, do it up. Go for it.
Yeah.
Those would be my
picks.
And
there's definitely some other options like Ohana is really good for breakfast or dinner. I mean, they have really good options. There's what's the place at the Riviera? Starts with a T. But anyway, Topolino's Terrace.
Topolino's Terrace, yeah.
That's really good. We ate there last time and it was delicious. You have Chef Mickey's and that kind of stuff.
Chef Mickey's.
Yeah.
All she had to have were the mint waffles, and the mint waffles sold her on that forever.
Where's Chef Mickey's at?
Inside the Contemporary.
Contemporary. Okay, that's I was going to say. Okay, yep. And I know there's good options at all those places. So
Yep.
You guys do your research on what cuisine you like, and then get back to us. Like I say, let us know.
I will throw out the Disney Parks app. I would definitely say if you want to try to figure out what you want to eat, that's a great source because every restaurant is on the app and every restaurant gives you a menu. So you go to the map, go to dining, click on the restaurant you want to look at, and you can figure out what ones you really want to try. Other people would argue a lot of different things, like the Boathouse is really good. What's the place across from Gideon's? Wine Bar George.
A lot of people I've never been there.
Yeah, that's a big hitter. There's a lot. So just do your research on the food.
Oh, and also, since you brought up the app with food, there's mobile order options. So if you guys ever want to get through a line really quick, you can look on the app and you can look and see what's mobile order. And that's a great option. You can go to Woody's Lunchbox when you're at Hollywood Studios, or I'm sorry, Andy's Lunchbox, and get a mobile order and pick it right up. I mean, it might be a 10-minute wait instead of the 45-minute wait in line. So just make sure you guys are looking at that because that is key to get moving and getting food in little kids' bellies really quickly.
Yeah, it's great. That's a great tip. Good stuff. All right. We really didn't touch on many drinks there. I'm sorry we didn't give you a whole lot of options with that. We're not big alcohol drinkers. Our wives did have some good drinks at Beacon Barrel, though. Beacon Barrel, here we come. All right. With that, I think we'll call it an episode, and we will see you next week.
All right. Till next time.